So let me show you properly what showmanship is. This is good enough for me. He's hilarious. So weird. Lady Charles, please don't say things like that. This isn't a joke. What are you planning to do with a stick like that? Are you sure? Yes. All right. Everyone, go and take your seats. Yes, I understand. I'm saying this as caution, but Babel, you must not use mana. You don't have to worry. Using mana on that bastard would be a waste. What is Earl Joshua thinking? Do you think you'll be able to go up against my sword with a stick like that? Well, I guess a rod like that suits you, a mute who cleaned horse shit, more. Now, start the match. It seems like you've learned something somewhere. But it's useless. They say he's a C-rank knight, but he's simple, he only has his speed. This bastard dares. You're just an illegitimate child who won't even be able to get his name on the ranks. Don't you dare. Oof. HM. A mere mute dares. You endured it well, Babel. Now, maintaining this distance. Stay where you belong. Using mana at this distance. That's dangerous. Babel. Stop. Keek. Goodness. That's mana. Lies. That bastard, a lowly bastard like that has mana. I'll look forward to your return from Acadie next year. This doesn't make sense. Someone like you, I can't accept this. The duchy's successor is me. It's a duchy that will disappear 10 years later in the battle within the empire. But it'll be a big help if I have something to back me up immediately for me to see my plans coming to fruition. I'll eat this duchy up. Wah. Stop. Cook. Kaya. I won't forgive you if you continue to fight any longer. Keek. No way. Mana at 9 years of age. This is a first in history. In other words, an amazing feat. Chiffon, isn't this enough? Pardon. Yes. But I've never seen mana like that beat Duke, judging from what I've seen, that surely was mana. It's not much compared to Earl Babel when considering the amount of mana, but it's a different type of mana than the one we know. Especially in regards to its concentration. Whoa. Then that child really is a mana user? Who would have thought he was such an amazing person? Joshua. Being able to use mana at the age of 9. How interesting. But Duke, that, mana. Chiffon, that's enough. Yes, I understand. Joshua, I need to look into a few things, so come to my room tonight. Father has never called someone to his room before. How did a bastard who was cleaning up horse shit at the stable become like this? I understand. I will see you tonight. Sir Duke Agnes. Agnes Duchy's guest room. Cox. This is amazing. Amazing, I tell you. Miss, please calm down. You must maintain your dignity. Does it make sense for a 9-year-old to be a mana user? Isn't this the best? Alright, I've decided. Pardon. Decided? I'm a little bothered by him being an illegitimate child. But his name was Joshua, right? I'll make him mine. Chiffon, say that again. My Babel what? Vanessa von Agnes, Emperor Marcus' older sister, Duchess Agnes. Young Master Babel lost to Joshua. That bastard used mana. And he's better than Babel, at that. Just what is all this? What did he say? It seems as if he will take Joshua to the city. To Acadie. Since he has seen Joshua's talent, he must want to keep Joshua next to him to observe him more. Anyways, we'll be put in an extremely tough spot if we let this be. Such things wouldn't have happened if you had done your job right. Please do not worry, Madam Vanessa. I have a way of going about this. What is it? It's just my thought, but I'm sure that Duke Agnes will try to tell the whole empire that Joshua is a C-rank mana user. Ha, you're still spouting such nonsense. Not only the Duke, but the two counts also saw what Joshua did with their own eyes. Even if it wasn't mana, the Duke will make him take the test. Test? That is correct. To be knighted officially as a C-rank knight, you must show that you are able to use mana in an actual fight through a battle with a royal knight. Is that so? He needs to battle against a royal knight. Oh my, I should contact Uncle for the first time in a while. It's Joshua. Come in. I greet the Duke. Who are you? I am Joshua von Agnes. Yes, you've changed a lot since the last time I've seen you. A lot of time has passed. Do you hate me? I do not hate you. In a situation where I need to be wary of the royal castle, you wouldn't have been able to expect much from me. However, I have one request. What is it? By chance, are you expecting an apology? That is unheard of. A deceptive apology wouldn't mean anything in a cruel educational environment. It's regarding you taking me to Acadie. Are you sure that I'll take you to the city? Yes, that is right. Why do you think that? There are two reasons. The first is that your successor has been Babel until now. But then I appeared. Because of this, it'll be better to get me out of here to prevent chaos. He didn't just have a talent for battle. If only I had raised him systematically earlier. The other is your personal greed of not wanting to let me go. If I was able to get to a level to surpass even you, then the Agnes Duchy will be able to take flight one more time. Maybe even to the point where we won't have to be wary of the royal castle. I'm hearing this as if you're saying you have enough power to do that. At least, I think that I won't disappoint you, sir. What a masterpiece. To have such courage in front of me. Then, are you saying that there's a way to do both those things at once? Of course. You must be thinking of sending me to the academy at Acadie. The noble children of Avalon Empire must study at the academy in Acadie for 6 years from 10 years old to 15 years old. It's even possible to graduate early for those who are skilled, like Babel. The reason the royal castle made such a system is so that they can take the children hostage through the academy to hold the nobles' loyalty towards the royals in check and to win over outstanding talents. As you said, it's true that you will be coming to the city with me. Also, I'll be able to occasionally teach you personally if you're close by. It's an amazing opportunity for me to learn of the sword from one of the 5 masters of the empire, but, that's alright. Alright? You are the master of swords, however. I am thinking of using spears as my weapon. What? Spears. I was tentative about this because he used a useless stick in the one-on-one battle. I don't understand, are you really going to use a spear? An enormous amount of mana that is gushing out. It's hard to even stay standing. However, as much as Agnes is proud of his sword, I also have a lot of pride about my spear. I will destroy those who get in my way with my spear. Even if they are one of the 9 stars that you are a part of, my lord. You'll destroy the 9 stars as well. If so, personally show me the worth of a spear. That means I will test you. Agnes is one of the 9 stars. This is a good opportunity that won't come again. Will you do it? Just one thing, I have a condition. Condition? If I pass your test, then please accept the request that I have. Alright. If you pass my test, then you'll be able to use a spear, and I'll also listen to that request of yours. However, if you achieve the opposing result, then you will have to follow my commands. If it's his commands, then it'll be going into the academy and learning swordsmanship, I understand. There's no way that'll happen because I have no intention of hiding my skills. Madam Vanessa, all the preparations are complete. All right. It's been a while, uncle. Have you been well? Of course I've been comfortable in the castle. Is the duchy all right to live in? As expected of someone who's a master, he's amazing. My body is still shaking. Hey, Joshua. HM. Talk with me. I have nothing to talk to you about. Wait. Let's battle again right now. His gaze is different than normal. That's the need to win, pure passion for battle, and desire to never lose. Are you confident? Avalon Empire Grand Imperial Castle Kaltika Palace. Kohaha. So it is all true. That another child born with the talent to become a star, Avalon Empire's Emperor Marcus van Britain, has appeared from the Agnes Empire again. Yes, that is correct. Older sister Vanessa had been hiding someone like this. That is, it is not the Duchess child. What? An illegitimate child? They say that he is the child of a woman who was a maid at the duchy. Interesting. Babel alone is a treasure that we won't be able to see again within the empire, but Duke Agnes has 2 treasures all to himself now. I'm really jealous. The princes are also talents who will shake the world. No. I am sure that there are a few who were born with the talent for being emperor, but they're so weak in terms of battle power. The emperor is valuing them poorly, but the current princes are also talents. It is because Emperor Marcus himself was someone who was powerful enough to be a master that his standards are extremely high. Maybe because of that, his desire for talents was to the point of being excessive. Alright. If Duke Agnes isn't going to hide his second child anymore, that means he's at least around the same level as Babel. Actually, there is a rumor that Babel lost to that young boy. What? He lost. Is he older than Babel? He is 9 this year. A child who turned 9 this year beat the continent's best. Kohaha. Interesting, this is interesting. People will be making a move to try to see that child's skills for themselves soon, I assume. Yes, that's right. I've heard that there will be a dispatch of the Imperial Castle's Order of Knights on request from the Agnes Duchy. To sum it up, it is being estimated that the child is already close to the level of a C-rank knight. To be C-rank at only 9 years of age, what great luck for the Empire. I'm getting so curious. He won't make a move to personally test the child's mana, right? The Emperor is the Empire. His strong influence is also something that exceeds human imagination. By chance, will you go personally because of, I'd like to go myself, but I won't be able to do that, because of the wolves that are salivating for an opportunity. However, send a prince to go with them. An emperor should also have a keen eye to recognize talents. Being able to eat what is given to you is your responsibility. Mana in his bare fist. Yet still so much power. I can tell what you're thinking from your expression. I'll help you realize how scary the martial arts that you're looking down upon is. What? Disregard me only to a degree. Aura explosion. He transferred mana to a part of his body. Shit, I don't want to accept it, but this bastard is exceptionally stronger than me. Are you frustrated? Joshua. Then become stronger. Don't forget how you feel falling at the bare hands of someone you look down upon so much. If I could do as I please, I'd rip you, who insulted my mother and I, to shreds. But since I saw pure passion for military power for the first time in a while in your eyes, I'll let it go this one time. But if your attitude doesn't change, I'll make it so that you're never able to hold a sword with that hand again. Gulp. And don't forget the difference between our eye levels right now. Shit. The next morning, Agnes Duchy. Phew, I'm tired, I used too much mana without a break. My mana control is a lot more free since I absorbed Lukia's main self, but seeing as how there are side effects, does it mean this body can't handle the amount of mana? Has Kane come already? You came earlier than huh? Hi, you're Joshua von Agnes, right? Who? I'm Cheryl de Font. Born from the Font Duchy. I hear you're 3 years younger than me, so I can speak comfortably to you, right? You can call me Big Sis. Let's talk inside. I have a lot I need to say to you. Hey. Huh? What? Fuck off. What was that? So early in the morning. Has she not left? Let's ignore it. Does she not understand with just words? Didn't I tell you to fuck off? Ah, Earl Joshua. I will come back later if you're busy. Sorry. I got the wrong person. Rather, how did the thing that I asked about go? Ah. I have completed the preparation as you commanded. But I don't understand the reason that you want to do these things. You just need to trust and follow me. You'll find out then, Kane. Duke Agnes large sparring field. Hey Ralche, where did Lloyd and Gort go? You guys are always together. Is it true you guys got eaten up by Joshua? This guy, he's been weird since a while ago. He doesn't talk at all. He harassed Joshua so much. Did his disease transfer over? But who was the person who called the Centurions today? I was told it was a knight of the Order of the Crimson Knights. Today's training is going to be hard. Attention. We greet Sir Knight Kane of the Order of the Crimson Knights. What? That child is, Joshua? Why is Earl Joshua here? For today's lesson, this person here will help you. I am in charge of your training today. My name is Joshua von Agnes. You, who are the Centurions of Duke Agnes, need to be the commanders who will take the vanguard during war. For that reason, your individual skills are the most important. That is why I am here today to judge your skills. Everyone, come at me. What? Are you serious, Sir Earl? You're playing around, right? Are you serious, Sir Earl? Even though you're the Earl, against the Centurions. Will that be okay? You'll seriously hurt yourself. That's right. Even though you are the Earl, this is an insult to us. Do you also believe that? Excuse me. Would never think that. No. Shut your mouth. From the Centurion's reactions, you did not keep your word and tell them what I told you to say. I am sincerely sorry, Sir Earl. Please, forgive me. I will not forgive you twice. After your attempt to harm my mother, I could have killed you. But I'd given you an opportunity. But you have thrown that opportunity away yourself. Do you wish to become like Lloyd and Gort? Is the reason Lloyd and Gort aren't around? Did the Earl beat them up? Please give me one more chance, Earl Joshua. Please. There is no second chance. But, as the centurion of Duke Agnes, I will protect your pride. Raise your sword. If you are able to beat me, I will pretend as if nothing happened. Yeah, if I'm going to die either way, I should at least give it my all. My opponent is still a kid, so if I do well, there's a chance I'll win. Lightning / the first stance. He really used mana. Listen to me well. Judging an opponent based on their appearance will result in your life being taken on the battlefield. If any of you still have suspicions about my abilities, come up here and test me once again. The 23rd Centurion Leader greets Earl Joshua. The 35th Centurion Leader greets Earl Joshua. The 42nd The 13th Centurion Leader greets Earl Joshua. The 65th Centurion Leader greets Earl Joshua. He really met my expectations. I will make sure to do my best to support you, my lord. Duke Agnes guest room. Fuck off. Joshua. Lady Cheryl, I have big news. Soon, the Order of the Imperial Knights will arrive at the duchy. I told you not to bother me today. Lady, are you hurt somewhere? You haven't looked great since the morning. Did something happen? Cox. I told you not to bother me. More importantly, what happened to Father's orders? Ah. I forgot about my lord's orders for a short moment. Do not forget our purpose in coming here. I apologize. I will proceed with my lord's orders first. So annoying. I received your report. Office in the Agnes Duchy, you executed a centurion. Yes, that's right. As Sir Duke already knows, that soldier. Well, I'm sure you know what he is going around and saying about my mother. So I followed military law and immediately executed the one that insulted a noble. I already knew. If I'd been there as well, I would have sliced them with my blade. But it is unfortunate. Do you believe that these were the actions of a young boy who could not control his own emotions? Are you saying that it was for a different reason? Just a few days ago, I was the son of a concubine who was thrown into the stables. But it is difficult for me to receive their approval just because I gained strength. And overwhelming strength. I wanted to plant fear and shock into them. So they could never mistreat me or my mother again. And to show that I also had the blood of the Duke, I had to properly demonstrate it in a place where all the centurions were gathered. Yes. It's quite understandable. Let's finish this discussion. You should slowly get ready to leave. For your mana evaluation today. The Order of the Imperial Knights was dispatched. You already heard about this, right? Yes. Then, I will leave as soon as my preparations are over. I'm already looking forward to this. Agnes Duchy, the first leader of the Order of the Golden Mane Knights. Armstrong, to think 2 C-rank knights who haven't come of age would come from our duchy. Even then, one of them is the son of a concubine. Are you pissed your position is at stake because young Master Babel lost to young Master Joshua? What did you say? Who do you think you are to say that right now? The Order of the Imperial Knights is about to arrive, and you two are already quarreling. I greet the Duke. Is that person young Master Joshua? He doesn't look that strong. They finally arrived. Huh? Who is it that came? For the Imperial Palace to dispatch a whole battalion? Tap. This place is one of the 9 stars, the Agnes Duchy. You are, the 4th prince. The 4th prince, Caesar van Britain. I can't believe this moment arrived so soon. I'm sorry. Sir Joker, please stop. Who are you to command me around? Joker Knight, captain of the 1st Army of Imperial Knights. I knew you would be here. Who would want to join the Imperial Palace Order of Knights if you harassed the newcomers like that? I couldn't stand them, showing off just because they can use a little bit of mana. By the way, what brings you here? Mission from Madame Vanessa came in. Joker, I need you to do it. So all I have to do is make sure that bastard called Joshua never holds a sword again, huh? So, you're the rumored Earl Joshua, I see. Caesar, that bastard. Earl Joshua, have some respect now. You're in front of the prince. Ridiculous. Under the sky of the Empire, there cannot be 2 sons. Except for the Lord we serve, there is only one emperor who can receive the respect of all the knights in this country, Avalon. And is there any reason for me to show respect to the self-proclaimed 4th prince, whose identity isn't even clear? Order of Knights, forward. You must be out of your mind, you little bastard. I heard that you were the child of a concubine who used to clean horse dung until recently. Did you fall into a dung pile and go crazy? It's not as if it's for Duke Agnes. You're covering up for that lowly child of a concubine. Sir Earl Joshua is also part of the Agnes Duchy. You are in front of the prince. Do you want to die? So this is, one of the 9 stars, Duke Aiden Pawn Agnes. Such unbelievable pressure. You caused this trouble yourself with your hasty words and deeds. Apologize to the prince. It's fine. He isn't entirely wrong anyway. Prince. Everyone's watching us. Your actions could impact the authority of the imperial family, Sir Evergrant. As a powerless 4th prince, I'll only bring ridicule upon myself if I stand by my pride. And as what Earl Joshua said, the only one who can receive the respect of all the knights in the empire is His Majesty the Emperor. I'm fine, so please don't worry about it, Imperial Knights. Also, knights prove their own skills by their own merit. I believe that Earl Joshua is well aware of how worthless the empty words of a knight without any skill are. As always. You're trying to change the situation with your silver tongue. But that's just it. It'll be different in this life. I'll cut your throat when you're at your best moment. I'm ready. You bastard, acting cocky in front of the prince till the end. Prince, this may be a rude request, but I'd like you to leave the mana identification to me. I'd like to personally check whether Earl Joshua has sufficient skills to back his speech and actions. Considering the safety of Earl Joshua, I think it'd be more helpful to have Sir Joker take over, who has surpassed the level of expert B rank, because of their difference in rank. Thank you. Well then I'll be assessing Earl Joshua's mana very precisely. Agnes Duchy Training Hall. Are you kidding me? An iron stick? Do you think we're playing a game here? Everything feels easy for you since people around you praise you for having some talent, huh? To insult the prince and us imperial knights like that. You're really talkative. I bet they choose the imperial knights by their gift for gabbing, right? You'll regret what you just said. I believe you already know the test's procedure. To judge whether you can use mana or not in actual combat in a duel with M. What is this mana? It's incredibly heavy. But in the end, it's just a tool. You're done for if I close the distance. Usually, those who deal with me think that closing the distance is enough, but that weakness has already been covered through great training a long time ago. Lightning/first form. Incredible. Fighting on equal footing with a B-rank knight at that age. Even if it looks like that, Joker is showing his skills in line with a C-rank prince. But aside from mana, Joshua is overwhelming in his swordsmanship. What in the world is that spearmanship? It's a technique that I've never seen before. Damn it. If it goes on like this, the test will end at this rate. If that happens, Lady Vanessa will snap my neck. It can't be helped. I'll have to gamble here. As expected from a B rank, he's on a whole different level than Babel. The control of mana is getting harder bit by bit. The holy power and mana will run into each other. Gwa. The only person who can stop me in this situation is Agnes. But I'm faster at this distance. Step. Step. Duke Agnes. Joker's mana has just risen above B rank. Earl Joshua is in danger. Be patient and observe. Did you manage to block it by gathering mana into 1 point? It won't work this time. There's no point in gathering that little bit of mana you have left. Joker. What are you thinking? Stop immediately. How troublesome. I was pushed away. What the hell just happened? That sword aura seems like it's at around expert B rank. If it keeps going like this, then I'll get hit. You're only wasting your energy concentrating residue mana. The bastard C rank mana and my B rank sword aura's collision, just the retaliation from that will cause serious internal damage. With that, my duty will be complete. It's pushing it with my body right now, but there's no other option. Answer to my call. Lucia. That's an asterisk artifact. TL/N, asterisk artifact, a weapon that is saturated with magic. Sir Valmon, isn't this enough for the test? Pardon? I think that Earl Joshua is amazing, even though his knowledge about battles is little. Yes, understood. How is it, what? I blocked your attack. I don't know what you did, but this is really the end. Sir Joker, thank you for your effort. We will now conclude the test with this. For him to be able to block Joker's B-rank attack in a mere C-rank knight mana test like this. I didn't think that best genius of the Empire was stronger than me when I saw him, but this bastard is the real deal. According to His Highness's orders, as of now. The second son of the Agnes Duchy, Joshua von Agnes, has become a C-rank knight. T/N, an act to show that someone has accepted the knighting. Raise His Highness's sword. I have no intention at all of playing along with this C-rank knight stuff or whatever. But I'll faint if I strain myself anymore. I don't want to ever show them my weak state. I'm definitely taking my revenge on them at the decisive time. The same way they assaulted me in my past life. Joshua. Are you alright? That's an expression I never saw in my past life. So he was someone who could have such a gaze after all. I am fine. And so, like never witnessed before in the Avalon Empire, no, the entire continent. It was the birth of the youngest mana user. And that night, a conference proceeding took place at the Agnes Duchy. Agnes Duchy Grand Conference Room. Please report on the matter of importance. Count Angel Agnes Duchy's vassal. All the knights that had been dispatched recently returned all of a sudden. The Golden Main Order of Knights returned early. Yes. It seems that for some reason, the amount of monsters that appear from the creatures' forest has multiplied immensely. Particularly, the main reason that the knights returned is because a Black Ogre appeared in the monster mob. Black Ogre, the strongest creature that appears from within the black creature's forest that is also called the Monster's Haven, is a tenacious troll that tears up bodies as if they're made of paper and can only be closely matched with a high-ranking magician that is 4th class or higher or a knight that is B rank or higher, who can use sword aura. What? A Black Ogre? Isn't that really bad? If that monster made its way down to the private lands, is it even possible to subjugate it if it's like that? I'll take care of that myself. Let's get to the next topic. Yes. The second matter is regarding the 5 duchies. 5 duchies? So the Font House. Was there a separate reason that Cheryl and Cox came here? I'll hear that from you privately. Understood. Please raise your hand if anyone else has something to report. I have something about Earl Joshua. He became the youngest C-rank knight, surpassing Earl Babel, right? It's a big event for the Agnes Duchy. Now, please quiet down and hear what Commander Chiffon has to say. Earl Joshua is someone the duchy had completely forgotten about up until very recently. To add to that, he was weak to the point of assuming that he was suffering from genetic mana disability. How could someone like that suddenly become a C-rank knight? It cannot simply be explained with the word talent alone. So what is it you want to say, Commander Chiffon? I am suspecting that Earl Joshua borrowed power from the creatures or demonic beings. If it is not so, then I cannot understand how this situation came to be. Creatures? Isn't that just a wild guess of yours, Chiffon? Sir Armstrong saw as well. The weapon that Earl Joshua was using that no one had ever seen or heard of before. Aren't artifacts saturated with magic the only weapons that can change shape? In addition, the weapon that Earl Joshua was using was closer to a spear. We can't think that such power can be contained in a mere spear. The aura I felt when he threw a blow on Sir Joker was definitely close to demonic magic. Demonic magic, there's a chance that he used that with how he grew so much in a short period of time. However, isn't it forbidden to use dark magic and demonic magic that is related to the demonic beings? The imperial family won't look upon this favorably. Duke Agnes, if what he said is true, then our duchy may fall in danger. Shouldn't we find out what the truth is? Count Angel is right. We need to find out the truth before it is too late. First, I think it'll be better to separate Earl Joshua far from the duchy. Creatures. If you're so suspicious of my skills, then it should be fine for you to test it yourself. What did you just say? You should be able to tell whether I really borrowed power from a creature if you go up against me yourself. Aren't I right? This sly bastard. He's making me wield my sword against someone who has my master's blood running through his veins. If I make the wrong move, then I'll be the one receiving master's anger. If, by chance, this bastard's power really is his, I'll be taking a huge blow. What are you so hesitant for? Are you scared? Shouldn't you have at least that much spirit if you're one of the 4 chief pillars that lead the duchy? Your words are crossing the line, Earl Joshua. Commander Chiffon, calm down. You're standing in Duke Agnes's presence. Both of you, stop there. There is one thing that you all are not taking into account, including Chiffon. Do you not know who came to the mana evaluation? It was the Imperial Order of Knights and the Imperial Castle's chief magician, Evergrant. If he was using the creature's power, then at least one of the people who were there would have noticed. With this, it seems like that matter concerning Joshua has been solved. Is there anyone else who disagrees? However, Joshua, that doesn't mean that all doubts have been cleared. There are things that we want to check and a lot we want to ask. More than anything, it's a fact that your sudden growth is something that is being questioned by not only the vassals, but myself too. So to properly understand your strengths you will come to the Black Creature's Forest with me. You plan to go to the Black Creature's Forest yourself? I believe it would be best to leave those things to the knights. I agree. There's no need to put yourself in danger. You will be traveling to Akadi soon, so you should be mindful of your health. I agree with the counts. If you get injured, my lord. Who's worrying about who? Once I clean up the Black Creature's Forest, I plan to send Joshua to the Imperial Academy in the capital. No matter what you may think of him, Joshua's talent is undeniable. Following the strict rules of the Agnes family, I will give him a fair chance. Damn it. He was already showing a lot of promise, but the Imperial Academy is beyond our reach. And if he comes back after getting stronger, Earl Babel may get pulled into a war of succession. I have to make up an excuse to keep him at bay. No, I need to kill him. Duke, I have but one request. What is it? I wish to go to the capital with Mother. You cannot. If only Lady Lucia is sent to the capital, Lady Vanessa won't just stand by. And what if she doesn't? Are you perhaps suggesting that the Duke needs permission to do such a trivial thing? Ugh, if I say that, it could be interpreted as saying that he needs to be more mindful of the Duchess. And the ancestral gods will be displeased. I feel like that child keeps toying with me. Duke, I am simply worried that others will spread rumors of favoritism toward Lady Lucia. All right. I will allow Lucia to go with you. Thank you. I knew it. He's not a normal child. I don't know how long it's been since I've felt like this. Even Babel wasn't like this. Does anyone object to my decision? As the Lord wishes. 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 It is decided, then. And Armstrong, once the reports from the Font family are sorted, come to my room with the knight that was dispatched. I understand. Joshua, you should come to my room as well. Understood. Please wait a moment. Earl Babel. Babel von Agnes greets the Duke. I didn't see you at all, but it seems you've come late. My apologies. I needed some time to think on my own. Something's changed in Babel too. The air around him is different. It's not bad. I see, so you've come to say something. What would that be? Earl Joshua. Do you have something to say to me? Earl Joshua. Earl Babel is in a higher position than you. This is a public area, so please watch your manners. Are you Babel's spokesperson? What? You've always acted like his loyal dog. You're only an honorary noble thanks to Duke Agnes. There's a line I can't cross when it comes to the duchy. I only have my skills. If it looks like I'm too involved, I could get excommunicated. You misunderstand. I simply inform you because you seem to be unaware of such courtesies. Anyone can climb the ranks as long as they have the skill. If you wish to be heard, you must prove yourself first. Is that not the law of the Agnes Duchy? I'm all right, Sir Chiffon. But we're in public, he's not wrong, don't you think? Not very long ago, the child was full of conceit. But now, the look in his eyes resembles that of a proper knight. You must prove yourself with your own skills. I understand what that means now. I will get stronger. Don't think that I'll just keep watching you from the bottom. His eyes have changed completely since our second duel. Of course. Duke. Speak. I wish to vacate the position of the formal Agnes heir from this moment on. Vacate the position as heir, Earl Babel, are you saying that you're willingly giving up your position? Have you suddenly lost your confidence because a talented competitor has shown up? Of course not. Following the laws of the Agnes house, I wish to have a fair competition. I will consider it. Thank you. The meeting shall end here. This place is starting to change. I don't know what exactly it will become. But I have a good feeling. Duchess Vanessa's room. Ha, Babel gave up his position as heir, and that bastard is going with Lucia to the capital? Yes, it's all true. Duchess. Ever since the Centurion failed, I've been holding back my anger. And now this? Babel is my everything, don't you know? Yes, of course I do. I should have done whatever I could to convince the Earl, I'm sorry. No, Chiffon. I know better than anyone how stubborn Babel is, just like his father. You wouldn't have been able to do anything. This won't ever happen, but if that child, by chance, tries to steal my Babel's position, I will have to tell that man about our circumstances. Do not worry. That won't happen. Of course it won't. What is that child doing next? The Duke is taking him to the Lock territory tomorrow. The Lock territory. The barren, northernmost territory. It should take 2 days to get there. The Black Creature's forest has been causing trouble again, and the Duke said that he would handle it himself. And once they return to the estate, he'll go to the capital with Lucia. I believe so. Then, before he leaves, tell him that I wish to dine with him. It will be our first and final meeting. The Imperial Knights who came for the mana assessment are also leaving today, huh? Hey! Stop slacking off. We have to depart today. Ah, yes. I got it. Line up the horses properly. Hey! Help me out here. I'm coming. Where did you move the cargo that was left here? Over here. Keep your focus. We can't delay any more time. Dawn ring, I see. As soon as the Black Creature's forest clears up, we'll depart to Acadie. Before that, you'll have to throw away the name Agnes. Therefore I'll give you one gift. There was one time I helped out the owner of the magic tower. This dawn ring is what I received in return. If it's the dawn ring of the owner of the magic tower, it's one of the artifacts created by the owner of the magic tower himself. When mana is infused into the ring, it instantly equips the wearer with armor. Just infuse the mana, and you'll learn how to use it. Wasn't the dawn ring supposed to be given to the heir? Don't be mistaken. It's a waste to see it rot in the warehouse, so I'm just lending it to you. Well, that's not all, though. Do you have any other reason? If you use the dawn ring, an enchanted armor will be put on you. And that armor has an insignia representing each family. It's to hide your identity from any insects around you. Because I hate losing my things to others.